Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Today is May 12th, 2017, and welcome back to another exciting episode of The Rail. Today is Friday, which is news in and of itself. And secondly, our Mike Year Night, Jacob McKee's senior project, will be happening on June 2nd. I know I gave a different date last episode, but again, I like to admit that I was wrong, and I had the wrong date. June 2nd is also one of our MUN days for the freshmen. I will be the Secretary General at that event, June 1st and 2nd, and I'm extremely excited to do it. As of today, AP testing has concluded. That means all of you who had many AP classes can now sit back, relax, and watch a couple movies. AP testing is a give and take, it seems. You do a lot of hard work for a majority of the year, but you trade it off for a leisurely end of the year. Moving on to outside news for today, FBI Director James Comey was fired a few days back, but for what reasons, might you ask? Well, both sides of the aisle seem to have a reason to dislike him, but I honestly saw no problem with his position myself. His hearing was really interesting, and he sounded honest, but maybe it was a ruse, I really don't know. But since both Democrats and Republicans had a reason to dislike him, I can see why he was fired, but many claim that there's a conspiracy behind it, in a sense. Many people think that Trump is doing this to cover up the allegations of connections to Russia during his election. But from what I heard, the new FBI director seems adamant to find the truth, no matter what. So we'll see where this goes. Combat on ISIS is seeing a strong push forward. We're giving weaponry to the Kurdish forces as of now, and we're having an indirect effect on the conflicts in the Middle East. The way I see it, it can't be denied that we're fighting a proxy war there. It's really not a good look for the United States, but I suppose we aren't actually in a war yet. Again, we'll have to see what comes of it, but I suppose, for now, arming the Kurdish forces is definitely safer than sending our own people in. Next, I'd just like to talk for a couple minutes about news. Of course, this is a news show, but on the whole, is news like this really bad for you? I'm talking about people being fired, I'm talking about presidents messing up, I'm talking about ISIS and people getting killed. Pretty bad news. But many people think that ignoring news is a good idea these days, as it stops the constant barrage of bad and annoying news headlines. Though some argue that ignoring the news keeps you out of the loop, and it sets a bad precedent for ignoring facts in the future. I've had people in my life that I know try their hardest to avoid all bad news, but is it really good for you? Here's what I think. Avoiding the news is just a way to keep yourself ignorant. While your power is limited in changing what you see on the news, you are still able to use this information to do something about it, even within your own life. Keeping away from all bad information shields you from reality, in my opinion. It's best to take it as it is and do what I like to do. Mock it. Make light of it, make fun of it, find some way to show disapproval, and in my opinion, satire is one of the most powerful ways to do that. So keeping in the loop helps me understand what I can make jokes about. But some people say nay to me. They say ignoring it just makes for an easier life on your end, because if you don't hear about it, then likely it won't affect you. And I can see the motive for that. But I'd like all of you who are listening to think about this. Is ignoring the news bad for you? Is it good for you? What do you guys think? Because I know some very smart people who actually just disagree with me and say that ignoring the news is just better for the time being. Moving on to senior update for today, just keep yourselves on track, seniors. There's less than a month left, and there are several seniors that I've seen in some of my classes who just aren't doing what they need to graduate. They're skipping because they're bored, they're not doing their work, all kinds of stuff. But that needs to change because graduation is so close and not walking would just be a tragedy. A reminder that Senior Awards Night is on the 1st of June, recognizing the highest achieving students of the year. And also remember that your senior project due date, so to speak, is on the 31st on Fame Night or Senior Project Night. So keep up to date and make sure that you walk on June 8th. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you for watching this episode of The Rail. You can leave a comment to tell me how I'm doing, you can like if you like the show, and you can subscribe if you enjoy what I do here. You can also follow me on Twitter at CHSTheRail. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I will see you guys very soon.